Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Opposite Sex Podcast. These are your hosts, Drew and Tanaya, and we're here today with our 15th episode, I think
so.
So, pretty excited about today. Pretty darn nice day outside, nice spring day. It is officially spring now. We talked about that in our last episode, and we got some more new equipment.
Oh, goodness. See?
For our podcast
and I
show.
think it was on a podcast that you said, I think I got everything I need.
I do now, officially. So we now have a cloud lifter. I'm not sure why. We'll see if it sounds any different whatsoever. Supposed to make our audio cleaner. You guys can be the judge of that. I don't know. I just like to buy new crap for our show.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All the time.
Sorry.
It never ends.
Right.
You just went on a splurge of buying a whole bunch of crap for the Drew and Crew.
That's true.
Channel, too.
Which is our other podcast. People probably get tired of it.
Podcast? You mean YouTube channel?
Other YouTube channel. Drew and Crew. Yeah. Everybody needs to go and subscribe to Drew and Crew. I feel like do I bring that up too much?
What?
Drew and Crew.
No, we got to get it out there.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
I don't think you advertise it enough.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody, go and subscribe to Drew and Crew on YouTube. Drew_N_Crew. Go check out the videos. A lot of outdoor hiking kind of videos.
Trips that we've taken.
Going on different locations. And we'll have a new video coming up very soon once I get to editing, I guess. So, anyway, and while you're at it, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And if you're listening on podcasts, go check us out on YouTube. Go check out The Opposite Sex on YouTube so you can see our lovely smiling faces. Anyway, I guess. But how's your week been there, baby?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah?
Finally getting over this cold and...
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Getting into the nice weather, and I'm just all the way around excited and happy.
Yeah? Our foot of snow is almost melted away. So, ready to get outside and do a little bit more stuff.
Yep.
Our screen door finally got fixed, so now
open.
We can get some fresh air in here, and it's pretty nice.
How was your week?
It was good. We had a little tragedy happen at work. So with the railroad, we have to do a lot of van rides. When we get off the train and go to a hotel to stay the night, we take a van ride, and so we cover a lot of miles doing that. A lot of time spent in a van, and there was a vehicle accident that happened here a couple days ago. And one person did pass away in that, one of our railroaders. So never a good thing. And the other three were injured pretty badly. So they're going to be okay, but they're in the process of a bunch of surgeries and healing up as we speak.
Yep.
So there was that. So that wasn't the best news, but
right. Always hold your loved ones close,
right?
Because you never know. That was pretty scary.
Otherwise,
kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially I'm like, babe, no.
But I am. I'm doing well. Otherwise, I'm doing well. It's going to has been a good week. Going to be another great week. We've got. I guess we're going to be showing up on another podcast.
Wednesday.
We're going to be doing the podcast probably on Wednesday. I don't know. I'm going to say that the podcast is probably coming out on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Could be wrong, but we're going to be showing up on the Conspiracy Couple. They were on our show a few episodes back, and we are going to be making an appearance on their show.
I'm pretty excited.
And they've got a special conspiracy picked out for us that we're going to be discussing with them. So we're pretty darn excited to do that.
Yeah.
So go check out the Conspiracy Couple podcast. They're not on YouTube, but they are on any of your podcast platforms that you listen to. So go check those guys out.
Yeah. They are pretty fun people.
They are. They're pretty cool. So shall we get on with our show now? Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So I had a good time doing our movie podcast there a couple episodes ago.
Yep.
So I thought it would be fun to do another one of those. And we are in March right now, so a lot of
Madness.
March Madness stuff going on. And I'm not a big college basketball person, but you can't help but hear the news about March Madness. So, of course, that gets me thinking about sports. So I thought, well, let's do a list of our favorite sports movies this time.
Yeah.
Last time was our romance movies, and today we're going to do our top 5 favorite sports movies.
Sporting.
I don't know. It's a word, isn't it? I don't know.
Yes.
Probably not.
Like
Right.
sporting goods.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to go first this time?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just going to dive right into it. I'll start off. We'll go back and forth. That sound good to you?
Okay.
I'll start with my number 5, and your number 5, and we got to figure it out. Okay. So I feel like I'm going to start off with an extremely anticlimactic one. I feel like you're going to have no idea who it is.
Probably
or
not.
what it is. And I feel like most people out there are not going to remember this unless they're maybe my age. I don't know. So my number 5 sports movie is Over the Top.
Never heard of it.
Now, I love this movie. For one, it's got Sylvester Stallone in it. I'll just break it down here. So we got Sylvester Stallone is the big star of Over the Top. It is an arm wrestling movie. So already kind of an obscure sport, but it is out there. So Sylvester Stallone has he's divorced from his wife. He has a kid, but the kid hasn't got to see him for a while. I don't know what the deal was, if he went to prison or what the deal was. But his ex-wife comes from an extremely rich family, and her dad does not like Sylvester Stallone's character at all. So will not let the grandson see his dad. But the ex-wife is dying, and she still gets along good with old Sylvester Stallone. So she wants him to have a better relationship with his son. So she's in the hospital and wants Sylvester Stallone to drive the kid to the hospital across country to see her before she dies, because she is dying. Well, he does not come from the same rich type of family. He's a roughneck. He's a trucker, arm wrestler, like lives a pretty rough life, doesn't have a lot of money, lives in his truck basically. So he picks up the kid, and who is not very excited about going with him. He doesn't know him. He doesn't like him, does not want to be there. He's used to having everything given to him because he's a rich kid.
Yep.
And this guy is going to teach him the rough way of life. So as they're going across country, he keeps running into other truckers that want to challenge him in arm wrestling, like at bars and stuff. And of course, he's going to take them on. So he beats them all along the way, and the kid is gradually like starting to like his dad and get into that kind of thing. And a lot of stuff happens between the grandpa he's hired guys to chase the kid down and take him away. And
oh my goodness.
so old Sylvester Stallone, he's having to beat the crap out of those guys along the way. They eventually do get to the mom. She gets to, I think she gets to see everybody before she dies, but she does die. And then comes the big arm wrestling competition, the world championships in, I'm guessing Vegas. I don't really remember. But so he's going through, the kid ends up showing up to this like right at the end. Because he wants to be around his dad. He doesn't want to be around his grandpa anymore. He's decided he's sticking with his dad now. Right. So he shows up, but Sylvester Stallone's whooping everybody's ass, and he's whooping everybody's ass. But there's one guy, Bull Hurley, and he is the bad guy of the film. But this guy is a big old monster. He's like the unbeatable arm wrestler. But Sylvester Stallone gets him in the finals. So, and he's got a couple moves up his sleeve for Bull Hurley. So he does a couple things when he's arm wrestling. Yeah, he has they'll do a slow motion every time. See that? He does a slow motion and he moves his fingers over the guy's thumb. And when he does that, it is over. There's no coming back. That's
weird.
The special
I wonder what
move.
that is.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably an illegal move in actual arm wrestling.
Right.
Because I think it twists your thumb and probably breaks your thumb.
I
don't know. And he will twist his cap backwards before every match. that's also when it's game time. It's ready to
You
go.
know.
Anyway, the end of the movie, spoiler alerts all throughout this podcast today. End of the movie, he beats Bull Hurley with every last bit of strength in his body. He beats him. He wins a brand new semi-truck and real fancy looking, and his kid and him take off to go live their lives.
How cool.
So, good movie.
Huh.
Pretty cool song in it, too. I believe by Kenny Loggins. I could be wrong, but very good song in it.
Right.
Anyway, let's hear your number 5, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. My number 5 is A Blind Side. I don't know. It's about football.
Mm-hmm.
About this high school kid is like homeless, in and out of schools and in and out of homes and stuff, and this family's driving, picks him up, and like they get to know him, and they take him over, like they let him live in their house and stuff, and he finds his career in football, and his adopted brother like helps him, cheers him on, and he really starts to find himself. I don't know.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's a true
It's a
story.
tearjerker for me.
True story.
It is a true story.
Guy ended up playing in the NFL, played for the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if he's still playing in the NFL, but yeah. Offensive lineman for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
It is.
I feel like
It's been forever since I've seen it.
Yeah,
though.
I haven't seen that for a while. That's a good one. That is a good one. I feel like I need to shorten down my summaries of my movies. I felt like I was really going too far in depth.
What else can I say?
Oh, that's good. That's hit on the main points of the show. I guess I don't remember a lot of it either.
And then like it's his biological mom tells like his adopted mom that good luck, one day you're going to wake up and he's going to be gone. And so she had woken up and his bed was made one day and he was gone, and really he was just...
What was she? Was she like in prison or what? Or
I don't
druggie
know.
or what?
I don't know.
I guess I don't remember much of the movie either.
Right.
But anyway, should we move on to number 4s?
Sure.
Okay, so yours is A Blind Side? The Blind Side. The Blind Side.
Yeah.
It's probably The Blind Side.
Probably.
Makes sense. You know why it's called The Blind Side?
Why?
So it's the blind side of the quarterback. So when the quarterback drops back and one side of their body is turned away from a certain side of the offensive line, so that is his blind side. So that's, let's see, what would it be? The guard? I think it's the tackle. It'd be the tackle on that side of the offensive line is a very important part, because he needs to be probably the best blocker on the whole deal so that quarterback doesn't get wham blasted while he's not looking. So then they called it the blind side.
Cool.
I probably royally fucked that up and people are going to make fun of me. But anyways, before I say something else stupid, let's go on. So
Sound like me.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Okay, I'm moving on to my number 4. Number 4, you probably don't know this one either. Actually, I'm pretty sure you don't, but it is a good movie. This would be a good movie for us to watch together.
Okay.
Cool Runnings. So Cool Runnings, I believe the famous actor in this is John Candy, if I'm remembering that correctly. Better make sure. Anyway, I think it's John Candy, who is now not with us. Comedian guy, bigger guy. But he coaches a Jamaican bobsled team. So, you know what bobsledding is, baby? Okay, so bobsledding is sledding.
Okay.
It's like what it is. They have this long sled where there's like four guys that sit in it, and they go shooting down some pretty steep stuff, and they're trying to... That's a race. Like, they're trying to set the best time. So the funny part is that Jamaica does not have a bobsled team in the movie. Maybe they do now. I don't know. But Jamaica is a tropical island There is no snow. There is no ice. And so it consists of these 4 guys that are good athletes. I think all of them are pretty good athletes. And 3 of them have tried to make the Olympics for other sports, whether it's track or whatever. And something's gone wrong and they weren't able to make the Olympics. So John Candy gets them all together and decides he used to coach another bobsled team way back in the day, but he got banned from the Olympics for doing something wrong. I don't remember what it was, but he was banned. He gets reinstated later, so he's able to coach this team. But he gets them together and says, hey, if you guys want to go to the Olympics, this is how we do it. We're going to form a bobsled team. And everybody's laughing at him because a bunch of these Jamaicans that have never seen snow in their lives are gonna try to win the Olympics in bobsledding. It's a funny movie. All the guys are pretty funny, and I don't honestly remember at the end of it. They either finish first or finish second, but they win everybody over and they prove that they're actually pretty good because there's track stars on this. So they start off the bobsled by getting a running start with it. So the track stars, that's a pretty good group of guys to have on a bobsled team, I guess. So anyway, I don't remember. They finished pretty high, I think, unless they get disqualified at the end. I really don't remember. But it's a pretty funny, good, heartfelt movie.
What you do remember of it.
Yeah, I don't know. They turn out pretty cool. And they have cool outfits. I remember they had really cool green and black outfits.
Huh.
But anyway, that's my number 4. What's your number 4, baby?
My number 4 is Varsity Blues.
Okay, good one.
It is a good one. I like the drama in them, I guess.
Okay.
It's another football movie. These high school kids, I don't know. One of the guys gets hurt. What was his name? Billy Bob.
He's an offensive lineman. He's the big old fat guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He ends up getting hurt, and the coach keeps wanting him to play, and he keeps feigning, and it's getting really, really serious. And so, like, what?
I was just thinking, going back to The Blind Side, he gets hurt. If I'm remembering this right, there's a stud starting quarterback, and when Billy Bob got hurt, if I remember right, he keeps playing. Well, he had a concussion.
Yes.
And so at one point while he's playing, he just faints
out.
And passes out. Yep. And he was protecting the quarterback's blind side, if I remember right. And that guy came through and drilled that quarterback, I think. And the quarterback gets injured then, right? And so then there's a new the backup quarterback takes over, and he's kind of the star of the film.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby. I was just remembering that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's that big, so they all join together, and they actually do pretty good, and they go to the state playoffs, right?
Yep.
And
they win their big football game.
Right, there's that big speech during halftime where they basically kick the coach off the team, say we're not coming back onto the field if you're coaching us.
Yep.
So they go out there and win it.
They win it
without the coach.
Yep.
So
the coach was a hard ass.
Yeah, I remember that speech.
Yeah.
That was a cool speech. There was the speech, and there was the whipped cream bikini. Do you remember the whipped cream?
No.
Oh my God. Allie.
Oh,
Lauder?
yeah.
Allie Lauder, I think that's her name. Holy shit. So she shows up. She invites the backup quarterback over. I think it was the backup quarterback. He didn't know what's going on. She stripped down naked, put some whipped cream over the hoo-ha parts.
She even had cherries. Yep.
Yeah, she did. Man, did I enjoy that part of the film.
I'm sure you did.
Back when I was in middle school and high school.
Sure you did. But yeah,
anyway,
that was a really good one too.
That's a good movie.
A lot of these I haven't seen for a long time, so it's hard to just at the top of my head. But
well, that's a solid one. I actually took that one off of my list just because I knew it was going to be on your list. So I'm with you. That would be probably in my top 5 somewhere.
Right.
So, okay, moving on. Here is my number 3. I got a Tom Cruise movie in here. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. You know I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. So I finally got to put a Tom Cruise movie in here. So my number 3 is Days of Thunder, which is a racing movie. It's a NASCAR movie. I'm not a NASCAR fan. Like, I'm not a racing guy at all. But this movie
I love racing.
is pretty awesome.
My whole family has went through that.
NASCAR stuff, racing stuff.
Yep.
And you've never seen Days of Thunder?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
I gotta watch it.
Oh, it's everything. So this movie is about Tom Cruise's character is not a NASCAR guy. He does some other kinds of racing. He doesn't know shit about cars. Like, he just can drive them. He knows how to drive them really good. Does some other types of racing, small-time racing. But he didn't know how to, like, probably doesn't even know how to change a tire. Like, doesn't know anything about cars at all. So, this one sketchy used car salesman decides he wants to have a racing team. So he goes and finds kind of a pit crew leader who was kind of a legendary one and who had quit basically because he had been a part of a race team that had a major accident and the guy died, and after that he had quit. Huh. But this used car salesman guy, he goes and finds him and says, "Hey, I want to start a race team. You know, I want you to be the leader of it." So He finally agrees to do it, but he wants to see the driver. So in comes Tom Cruise, and they talk basically the top race car driver in the world. They talk him into, they're kind of, people are buddies with him, and they talk him to let him use his car so they could test this guy out. So in comes Tom Cruise, and he hops in this car that he's never driven a NASCAR before.
Oh my goodness.
And he just starts flying. And everybody's shocked. They can't believe how good this guy is. Nobody else is on the track.
And he's never
driven one of these in his life. Anyway, so that convinces him he's the guy. A lot of shit happens when they start out. He's not doing so hot because he can drive fast when nobody else is on the track with him.
Right, but when people are
on the track and they're bumping him and rubbing him, and they say rubbing's racing. That's
my goodness.
Anyway, so but he gets better. He's starting to get better and better, and he finally wins a race, and then I think he starts moving up the charts, you know, and then they get to Daytona, and there's a big crash. And him and the top guy, like the best guy, they get involved in this crash and fucks them both all up. So I think ends the top guy's career. But Tom Cruise, he kind of makes a comeback, or he's trying to make a comeback, and he comes back a year later at that Daytona, and of course he wins it. You know, it's very, very dramatic, but he wins it all. There's a whole love scene. There is a love scene, but there's a whole love story all throughout the movie with Nicole Kidman, who Tom Cruise ends up marrying. Probably married to her at that particular time, actually, but she was his nurse when he was healing up from his accident, and she stays with him all throughout. And
how cool.
Good times. Days of Thunder, good movie. What's your number 3, baby? She's the Man. She's the Man. I've never ever heard of this movie.
It's about soccer. So this I think high school or college girl, her name is Viola.
Okay.
She her brother is in a secret band. He's going to college for soccer. And he gets a call, and his people that he's in the band with, they have a tour or something, and so he gets a hold of her and is like, "Hey, will you cover me? Will you go to the college?" So she gets this makeover. She gets a wig, and she's playing back and forth between her and her brother. She has roommates. She falls in love with the roommate. As she is dressed as a guy, she falls in love with this other guy.
But he thinks that she is a guy?
Yes. And how, there's little things that are happening, tampons are falling out of her bag, and she forgets to change her voice sometimes. And Okay. And then, so, the big soccer game, the last very big soccer game, her brother is not able to make it back. And so there's, a carnival and stuff like that, and, earlier that day, so she's like switching back and forth, going into the bathroom, switching from her wig to herself, and people are catching on to it. Well, at the end of the movie, she is playing for her brother, and he ends up showing up on the soccer field, and he like everybody sees him and are wondering who's out there. So then she like takes the wig off and she shows herself, and then I don't know.
Does she smooch with the guy that she likes then?
Yes.
And then they get together?
Yes. It's a good movie.
Sounds good.
It's really like...
Who's the star? Do we know who the star is? Or how old is this movie?
I don't know.
I feel like probably not very old.
Amanda Bynes?
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah.
What year? I feel like we are going to have...
Sebastian's her brother.
Sebastian.
Yes.
He's he comes back at the end.
Yes.
Does he play at the end?
Yeah, he finishes off the soccer game.
They probably win the game.
Yeah.
And then she gets the guy.
Yep.
Or the guy gets her or whatever. Cool. So they win the game.
Then,
girl gets the guy.
And then he sees her, and then she like flashes the whole people in the stadium.
She flashes them?
Yes. She's like, see, I'm not a guy. And she's like, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's a good
what a
movie.
hooch. So the guy got the girl, and then the girl shows her tits to
right.
thousands of people. What a gal.
She'd always like, when all her roommates were going to sleep, she'd sneak off to the shower, and she'd have to like tape her boobs down.
Right.
You know, and yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It was pretty good.
Okay.
But anyways.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty good movie. That sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. I've never heard of that. What's it called again?
She's the Man.
She's the Man. Okay. All right. Here we go. So my number 2, very, very popular movie, Happy Gilmore. So Happy Gilmore is my number 2. I would be shocked if anyone out there did not know what Happy Gilmore was.
I didn't until I watched it with you.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so brief deal of that. So Happy Gilmore is a hockey player, or thinks he's a hockey player. He's actually not very good at hockey. He just beats the shit out of people on the hockey ice. On the ice. But so he's trying to make hockey teams. He can't make hockey teams because he can't skate. He's not very good at hockey. So that's not working out for him. And then all of a sudden they figure out that he can hit a golf ball a long way, like a really long way. He doesn't have a normal golf swing. Like he doesn't know, he'd never played golf, but he kind of takes this bet from some moving guys and grabs a golf club and hits this golf ball.
Blows everybody mind.
And anyway, so this former golfer takes him under his wing and tries to teach him how to golf better, I guess. Really, it's how to get his emotions in check, because he gets pretty worked up. He can hit it a long way, but he can't putt for shit. And he gets pissed at the ball and other people, beats the shit out of Bob Barker. Yeah, and so his coach is trying to get him under control. And eventually at the end, he does. He gets him fairly under control. He's not your usual golfer. He doesn't dress in slacks and a nice shirt. He just kind of wears sweatpants, I think, and a crappy shirt, and has his golf swing the way he has it. And anyway,
isn't that Adam Sandler?
Sandler, yeah,
Sandler.
Adam Sandler is Happy Gilmore. So it's a funny movie, dumb funny, but pretty well known. He ends up winning the tour championship. At the end of it, he beats his arch nemesis, old Shooter McGavin, and he gets the girl. There's some news reporter that him and her end up getting together, and he wins the golf tournament, and everything's great. And I've been hearing recently, I don't know if it's in the works yet, but Adam Sandler and the actor who played Shooter McGavin are thinking about doing a Happy Gilmore 2.
Huh.
So that potentially will be in the works soon, so that's exciting. So anyway, that's my number 2, Happy Gilmore. What's yours, baby?
Mine is Love and Basketball.
Finally, a basketball movie.
Right. It's been a really, 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 really long time since I have seen that movie.
I never have. I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
So it's about, I'm just going to take little clips off this. Two childhood friends that both love basketball. And, you know, like they grow up, they play with, like they mess around playing basketball. And as they go on to college and they start playing, she gets like very emotional and very like.
So it's women's basketball?
Yes.
It's women's
and
basketball.
men's.
So are the
she's
friends
playing and he's playing.
So they're the friends, or a
Yes.
guy and a girl.
Yes.
They've been
and they fall in love, and I don't know.
So it's a big love story.
Yes, it's a big love story, and somebody tries to like tear them apart, and it really messes her up. She can't concentrate. She can't focus on her
Basketball.
game. Yeah, she can't. And he ends up showing up, and like she wins, and it's just
So she wins.
yeah.
Does he
And
win?
he's like an all-star. Like
he's a
like
stud.
huge into it. Yes.
Okay, so he's a big deal.
Yeah.
And she's trying, like, so it's really the underdog story of her. Like, he's already made it. There's no issue there.
Yeah.
She's trying, and so they end up together.
Yeah.
You know, this is very strange. Like, I'm thinking about all these movies, and I'm thinking about your list, because I know the type of movies that you like.
Mine are all drama and...
Well, they're drama, but you always like the bad shit to happen. Like, the really sad stuff.
God.
And I feel like all of these are ending pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, happy.
See?
It's very strange.
I do got a good heart sometimes.
I don't know. Like, what was that? The one romance movie, like, was like one of your favorite ones because he hangs himself.
Oh
at the
my
end.
God, A Star is Born.
Yeah, like that is like the most depressing end of any movie ever. And yet,
Babe,
it was a great
stop.
movie until then, and that really turned me off about it. But yet, that really
my God.
boosted it over the top for you. And all of these movies now, they're all winning. They're all getting the girl.
Happy endings.
Yeah. Strange. Very different. Do we move on to our number
Yep.
ones? We're ready for our number ones?
Yep.
Okay. So, my number one, another golf movie, is Tin Cup. So, Tin Cup is my number one sports movie of all time. I love the movie. It was actually pretty close to being on my top 5 romance movies. Was it? Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't think it was in there.
I think it was.
Tin Cup?
I think so.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think
Okay.
it was. But it's,
Anyways.
either way, it is my number one all-time sports movie. Star of the show is Kevin Costner. There's actually a few pretty big name stars in there, but Kevin Costner is the main guy. He's a down-on-his-luck golf pro at a crappy driving range down in West Texas. But he used to be a stud player back in college, but he's not all there all the time. He's just kind of he likes to drink a lot and not a real mature guy.
Oh.
So instead of being on the PGA Tour, he finds himself as a golf instructor at a driving range, and a crappy driving range at that. So, but his partner in college is now like the best golfer in the world. I can't even think of his name right now. Don Johnson was the actor. And anyway, he comes calling on him. He comes out there and he says, I need a caddy. Well, at first he thinks he's asking him to be his partner in this PGA golf tournament, and he's not. He's asking him to be his caddy. But he takes the job anyway, and basically those two kind of bicker back and forth, and Kevin Costner's character takes a bet from one of the other players while he's being a caddy that he can hit a shot that the other pros can't, and he hits the shot, and his partner guy fires him on the spot. Anyway, and as it turns out, his partner, who is now his nemesis, his girlfriend becomes the love interest of Kevin Costner. So now Kevin Costner wants to beat this guy in golf and get his girl.
Oh my goodness.
So somehow Kevin Costner qualifies for the PGA Tour. There's a bunch of golf tournaments that if you place so high, you qualify. So he qualifies for the U.S. Open. And I think by this time, I don't know, the girl's kind of falling for him, but she's still sticking with the golf pro guy. But he goes to the U.S. Open, and now he's having a hard time because he doesn't have the girl, and he's forgotten how to hit a damn golf ball, so he's having all kinds of issues. But I think
see what love does to you.
I think he gets drunk, and he ends up hooking up with the girl at some point in time. He hooks up with her. I think he has a shitty day one, and the girl, they're at the bar all talking, and the girl's boyfriend, the best golfer in the world, he's being an asshole, and he's talking shit to kids and grandparents and talking bad about dogs. And that's something that Kevin Costner warned her about, is that this guy, when people aren't looking, he hates kids, he hates old people, and he hates dogs. She never believed him.
Right.
And then she hears him talking.
And then she's like, whoa.
Yeah, so then she ditches him. She goes and hooks up with old Kevin Costner. And then, really, that's all he needed. He just needed to get his rocks off and be with the chick. And then he remembered how to hit the golf ball again. And he starts storming back, right?
Right.
So now we get to the last fucking hole of the deal. I think he's leading the tournament, if I remember right. He's leading it. And he gets to this last shot. And it's this long shot. Second shot into a par 5. There's water there. Well, now his immaturity comes in, and he could have just laid up, hit a third shot onto the green, putted for birdie, or 2-putted for par, and won the tournament. But nope, he's got to hit the second shot. He wants to hit that over the water and on the green. He hits it, into the water it goes. So then, if you know anything about golf, you'd normally walk up to the water where the hazard is, drop a ball, and hit from there. Like 50 yards from the green. Nope. He's not doing it. He's going to hit that shot. So he grabs another ball, drops it right where he's at, hits it again right in the water. Not moving again, picks up the ball, drops it right there, right into the water. By now, he's out of the tournament. He's lost it. So he hits so many damn balls in the water, you're only allowed to have so many balls. He's down to the last ball in the bag, and he finally hits that fucking thing across the water, onto the green, and it goes into the cup.
Oh, my goodness.
And everybody goes crazy. Now he's lost the tournament.
He's already done.
Oh, he's lost. But
he did it.
It was epic. Everybody's excited. His woman is everybody's happy that he may have lost, but he hit the most epic shot ever. So, anyway, that's my number 1, Tin Cup. What's your number 1, baby?
It's another drama. It's Blue Crush. It's about surfing and surfing competitions, and two sisters and their 2 roommates. I think they're trying to teach the younger sister how to surf, and I don't know. They're maids, and they... See, I'm all over the place. Okay, so they're maids, and they're cleaning one day, and they see these guys, and there was a fucking condom, and so they take it down to the shore, and they're like, whose is this? Room, blah, 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 blah. And so then there's 2 bigger guys, and they come up, and they're like, yeah, it's mine, sorry. And they ask them to teach them how to surf. And so they start...
The condom guys?
Yes. They were having a party.
The condom guys are going to teach the women how to surf?
No, the women are going to teach the condom dudes how to surf.
So what did they do? Are they pissed about the condom? What
yes,
are they doing?
Because they were cleaning the room.
Oh, that's an impressive size.
No, they were cleaning the room, and there was puke, and there was crap everywhere.
Okay.
And so they're like, I'm taking this out there.
Right.
And they called him out.
And now they've become their surf instructors?
Yes, I guess.
This didn't work out like I thought it would.
I don't know. And so they teach him how to surf, and it just goes, the main character, Annie, I think.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have. I have a long time ago. I do not remember the idea of the movie.
She's like the main character. She's the really good surfer. She's the one that goes into the competitions, and they try to do waves. They try to see the longest wave that they can do. She ends up getting really hurt, falling, hits her head on a rock, and I don't know. And then,
so is there a competition?
Yes, at the end.
Okay, there is.
And she ends up winning.
She does.
She does.
The blonde.
Yes.
Bosworth?
Who? What?
I'm trying to think of her name. Bosworth or something. I think it's
Kate Bosworth.
Bosworth, yes. She's a very attractive woman.
Yes, she is very
But
pretty.
she's got something weird about her that it's like a thing of mine. It just drives me crazy.
Huh.
Her eyes.
Really?
They're different colors. And
I love it.
No, that would be a deal breaker for me. I'm sorry for everybody out there. Like, you're all, like, it's just a thing. Like, it just drives me nuts. Like, one's blue.
I know,
blue.
and one's green.
I think the other one's brown.
Oh, I don't know.
It would drive. I couldn't do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a one-colored contact, and I'm going to wear it.
I don't care. You go sleep in the car until you take that
Fuck
fucking thing out.
No.
I don't. I just
Why?
can't. I don't even like dogs that have the multicolored eyes. It drives me crazy.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like
You're
bad
a
person.
fucking weird individual.
A little.
You are.
Otherwise, she'd be. I mean, she is beautiful, but she's got that thing going
But yeah.
for her.
I mean, anyways, that's my first. Like,
That's a good one,
I
I
used
think.
to watch it all the time.
Got that catchy song in it.
Which one is it?
Cruel Summer, but it's like the cool remix version of Cruel Summer. Pretty
it's
badass.
A cruel summer.
Yeah, sing it, baby.
Leaving me here. No, I'm done.
Everybody wants to hear you
No,
finish that song.
no.
They do.
No.
Okay.
I'm done.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. So Blue Crush is your number one.
Yes.
Tin Cup and Blue Crush are the official number ones.
Yes.
Now, I made a list here because I wanted to have some honorable mentions because I felt like I looked at my list and I'm like, you know what? People are going to really disagree with me on this. So as I was thinking about movies, I kept thinking of more and more sports movies. Like at first it was really, really hard to think of them. But once I got thinking, they just started going.
Right.
So I made an honorable mention list, and there's a lot of other ones out there, I'm sure, that I would remember if I got to really thinking. But these ones came into my head. So these are in no particular order. I just jotted them down. So Field of Dreams. Probably you have not seen that. I think a lot of people know that one, I think. Field of Dreams, I'm not going to go into detail about what they're all about, but Field of Dreams, Miracle, Coach Carter, Hoosiers, Pistol Pete, Space Jam, Waterboy, Rudy, Dodgeball, Talladega Nights, the Karate Kid movies. I'm just lumping them all in there as the Karate Kid movies. And then the one I think everybody is gonna have a problem with that's not on the list, and I get it, are the Rocky movies. Like all of the Rocky movies and the Creed movies. And I don't know how to put those in the list because there's six Rocky movies and 2 Creed movies. And I don't know. I mean, if you're going to toss them in there, like those are like something else. Like they're all-time great sports movies.
Right.
Should be on the list, but I didn't want to break down all 8 of them. So.
Right.
So the Rocky movies. I don't know. You got any other ones you want to add to that? That you can think of? I can't. I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
But so let's see. Let's see. My list was Over the Top, Cool Runnings, Days of Thunder, Happy Gilmore, and Tin Cup. What was yours, baby?
Blue Crush, Love and Basketball, She's the Man, Varsity Blue, and The Blind Side.
Oh, you went in reverse order just there. That was confusing the fuck out of me. Okay.
Sorry.
I got it. Yeah, so we will probably be doing some more lists of
Movies.
different types of movies and stuff like that as we go. Like we might just sprinkle in a few of these kind of episodes because I think they're fun to do.
You can't just put me on the spot like that, though.
Did I put you on the spot?
No, I mean, like, I need some time to think about this, not the morning of the podcast.
I don't know why
you
not.
know?
I'm a busy guy. I'm working.
I'm a busy person, too.
See, that's why. We got to be able to just think of this stuff like right away.
Quick.
Yeah.
My brain does not work like yours.
We're a very spur of the moment podcast.
We are.
So,
I like it.
I do too. Hope everybody else likes it.
I bet they do.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
let us know, though.
Yeah, let us know if you do.
Or, like,
if you don't like us, keep that shit to yourself.
Right. Podcasts that, like, we could do, ideas, you know. Sometimes it helps to get ideas of things that we can talk about.
Yeah, that'd be great. I know
as in couples or family or anything.
Message us on Instagram. You can message us on Twitter. I don't know. Can you message people on TikTok?
Yeah.
Message us on TikTok. I know you can send us a voice message on anchor.fm if you guys listen to your podcasts on Anchor. Otherwise, all kinds of different ways to get a hold of us there. So Instagram would probably be the easiest way. But so we had a good time chatting today, and we look forward to talking to you guys next week.